Hello, in this video I'll show you how to remove and replace the steering knuckle on Audi A6 C6 4F. You might want to remove the steering knuckle if you want to replace the upper control arms and the bolt holding them is not moving. The procedure is similar for other Audis and Volkswagen cars with the same suspension. In my case, I want to replace the upper control arms and this bolt is not turning, so I need to remove the whole steering knuckle in order to replace the upper control arms. I need to remove the two control arms on the bottom, and also I need to remove the brake caliper along with the brake caliper support, which is held by two bolts right there. I also need to disconnect the ABS sensor. I don't need to remove it, just disconnect it. If you're going to be replacing the steering knuckle, then you need to remove the ABS sensor. First I'm going to remove the bolt for the drive shaft. I'm only going to loosen it and then I'm going to remove it later on. Next I'll be removing the wheel. And now I can remove the bolt for the drive shaft. Next I'll remove the two bolts holding the brake caliper support and remove the whole support along with the brake caliper. If the video is useful, please like and comment on the video and subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. I'm going to hang the brake caliper on elastic rope and put it aside. Next I'm going to remove the inner bolt holding the lower rear control arm. Next I'm going to remove the nut holding the ball joint of the control arm, and then I can remove the control arm. Next I'm going to remove the rod for the right head control. Next I'm going to remove the twist rod. Next I'm going to remove the nut holding the other control arm. Now I'm going to hammer a little bit the drive shaft so it comes out of the wheel hub. Next I'm going to remove the two bolts holding the tire dent. Next I'm going to remove the three bolts holding the shock absorber on top. First I need to remove this cover, and now I'll show you where the three bolts that hold the shock absorber are. And we need to remove them. They're underneath those caps. We need to remove the caps and then remove the bolts. The third one is right there. Now that the caps are removed, we can see the three bolts. Next I'm going to remove the engine under tray because it's in our way. Next I'm going to put a transmission jack underneath the whole suspension, and so that it holds it in place, and I'm going to loosen this bolt for the lower control arm. I'm only going to loosen it so that the control arm goes up and down. Next I'm going to bring down the transmission jack and see if the whole suspension will go down. It didn't go down that much, so I'm going to use a pry bar to pry out the shock absorber from the chassis. We only need to bring down the shock absorber so that we can get the two bolts holding the two control arms, and so we don't need to bring it down that much, but just enough. I think now it's down enough, so I can start removing the two bolts holding the control arms. That's one bolt out. Now I'm going to remove the second bolt. And now that everything is removed, I can take out the steering knuckle along with the two upper control arms. And that's the steering knuckle out. You can now go and replace the control arms or the whole steering knuckle, whatever you want.